Saint Barth. Even the locals have adopted this nickname for the island of St. Barthélemy, located in the French West Indies in the Western Caribbean. Traveling to St. Barth is a journey to be sure. The ability to get here from the States in one day takes courage. It frequently involves a red-eye, 3 aircraft connections, and sometimes an overnight en route. Pilots are required to have special training and permits to land on St. Barth's tiny airstrip. It's considered one of the world's most challenging airports and accepts only small aircraft. The adventure begins when your puddle jumper nosedives between 2 towering peaks, immediately descends onto a very short runway, and stops dead short of the ocean. Signs warn sunbathers at Baie de Saint-Jean not to lie at the end of the runway.
The runway is a length of 650 meters and 80 meters of wide, so this is very restrictive, of course.
Fortunately, arriving planes almost always stop. And when they don't,
Here in 2009, in June, so we get a twin engine that left the runway for the sand. And this is always difficult when the winds come from the southerly direction and at a low speed. This is difficult because the aircraft comes to the airfield with a higher speed because of the wind. The wind is very low, but if we check the statistical data of the airport, this is always in this wind condition that we get this incident on the aircraft, but fortunately there is not a high level of accident there. So this is a very difficult and tricky airport.
daily flights arrive from 3 nearby airports: Guadeloupe, San Juan, and from St. Martin.
St. Barth is also a typical airport because it's a small airport, but heavy traffic during the high season.
Well, we've had our very exciting landing in St. Barth's. The weather's not great. We'll deal with it and hope for sunshine later this week.
This tropical desert island is only 8.1 square miles, a little more than 6 times the size of New York's Central Park. Though small, St. Barth's offer an idyllic lifestyle of white sand beaches, exotic cuisines, world-class shopping, music, art and more, the perfect combination of tranquility and culture. These qualities made St. Barth a haven for royalty, the famous and elite, who in the 1950s and 60s flocked to the Eden Rock Resort, the first hotel built on the island. The Rothschild and Rockefeller families purchased land and built homes, setting a style and legacy of glamour that continues on the island today.
Gustavia is St. Barth's largest town and capital. It's home to roughly 6,000 residents of St. Barth's total population, estimated at 9,000. The currency here is the euro, and the locals are French. Wandering Gustavia can lead you to a variety of places, including Do Brazil restaurant, located on Anse de Grande Galet. English translation: Shell Beach.
This little cove is full of beautiful seashells.
Do Brazil offers hearty, imaginative cuisine, an ambiance of ocean breezes, Caribbean sounds, and good food. What more could anyone ask for? It's a great place to listen to the waves crash against the shore as Caribbean music plays in the background. Do Brazil occupies one of the best viewpoints for sunset and has a delightful ambiance that makes it tempting to stay through dinner.
An afternoon well spent, especially during the sunset. Where to stay? Choices range from boutique hotels to villa rentals. Options are numerous and prices are comparable for either. Grocery shops are well stocked with the freshest foods and wines. This makes stocking your villa pantry very easy. A villa is like your home. Low season begins mid-April through mid-November and offers rates as low as half the price proposed in the high season. The weather is typically warm and tropical. The rainy season is July and August. Rain or shine, the island offers a multitude of choices in accommodations. For those who like to have personnel at arm's reach, a hotel provides the familiar. At the Hotel Toiny, each guest room is a mini villa with large bedroom, living room, and each has its own private pool. Regardless of your choice, a villa or hotel, rent a four-wheel drive to navigate and discover the towns and beaches of this steep, rugged island. The Wild Coast and Toiny. Stop at the Hotel Toiny for unforgettable views and service. Allow time for a leisurely meal if dining at LII'E, their gastronomic restaurant. A beautiful spot to enjoy.
We are on the wild side of St. Barth. On this coast, the waves crash mercilessly against the shore.
There is no swimming on the wild coast. It's very dangerous. Anse de Grande Saline. Bring good shoes for a walk through the dunes to this beach. It's a bit of a hike.
We're entering the pathway to the beach known as Grande Saline.
Grande Saline Beach is close to the wild coast of St. Barth with golden brown sand. Use caution if you are a weak swimmer. Grande Saline has a strong surge and undercurrent. This beach has excellent waves for body surfing. There are no services on the beach. However, the restaurant Le Grande is within walking distance from the beach parking lot.
Next stop, Anse de Governor, Governor's Beach. Let's go check it out.
There are no services here, so bring everything you need for the day, especially water and sunblock. Governor's Beach is unspoiled, pristine white sand, body surfing waves and excellent snorkeling. It's a great place for taking photographs. Use caution if you are a weak swimmer. Governor's Beach has a strong surge and undercurrent.
A stone's throw from this marvelous strand of powder is Gustavia Harbor.
Gustavia is home to ocean activities and chartered excursions like jet ski tours, scuba diving, fishing, submarine adventures and sailing.
First, I leave the anchorage and I put the mainsail here, and after the jib. And the yellow for the spinnaker.
What's a spinnaker?
The spinnaker is a big sail. It's a sail with full color.
Okay. Hey, I'm making the sail go up. Oh my god, it's hard. I didn't need enough spinach.
In the USA you have one, the name is Endeavour. When I find this boat, it's the same shape, so I do like to finish the boat like a small Endeavour. You want to take the tiller?
The which?
The tiller.
We should be going that way?
Yeah.
I'm going the wrong way. Alright, I'm trying to turn.
Ooh. I think I'm a little sick.
St. Barth is ripe with an abundance of wildlife. Home to the Anguilla bancanole, the curious black iguana, over 80 species of birds, and this cute little creature, the rarely seen red-footed tortoise. This genus's threat to survival is overhunting by man, habitat loss, and exportation to the pet trade. This species lives for over 100 years and is closely related to those found on the Galapagos Islands. Next stop, more St. Barth beaches.
Anse de Flamand Beach. This beach is a long stretch of white sand and is the perfect place for swimmers and sunbathers. Hotel St. Barth, Îles de France, is located on this beach.
Last stop.
Bay de St. John Beach. Watch out for aircraft and bring your snorkel gear to see the marvellous fish and sea turtles that swim near the rocks of Eden Rock Hotel. This calm, white sand beach has a broad, shallow base, allowing you to wade a good distance. The beach at St. John. Regain your inner peace. You'll be glad you did.
It's not the easiest place to get to, but it's definitely worth the trip.